Hello, today I am speaking with two of the experts from the 2 Plus Fertility Sperm Guide. Welcome. Please could you introduce yourselves?
Sure. Hi, I'm Benjamin T, and I'm co-founder of Hannah Life Technologies that markets 2 Plus Sperm Guide.
Hi, I'm Gita. I'm the operations manager at Hannah Life Technologies.
Lovely to be speaking with you today. We've done some polls on Instagram and we've had a lot of readers very intrigued about the 2 Plus Sperm Guide and how it might be able to help them. So obviously we were just talking before, wonderful news. There's been a baby boy born thanks to the product. And if it can help people who are perhaps struggling to conceive naturally, make it happen without having to go into the depths of fertility clinics and treatments, etc., then that's great. First of all, could you explain what is the 2 Plus Sperm Guide?
Sure. So the 2 Plus Sperm Guide essentially is a soft, flexible silicone material that's made of medical grade material that's designed to fit nicely within the vaginal canal, and basically can trap the sperm cells during the process of having sexual intercourse. And post ejaculation, the sperm cells are concentrated near the cervix, which gives them the maximum chance of finally entering the uterus and meeting the egg.
Brilliant. How can we maximize chances of conception with it? That's what someone asked us, one of our readers.
So the 2 Plus Sperm Guide essentially traps the sperm cells near the cervix right after intercourse, right post ejaculation, for them to have the maximum chance of entering the cervix and then to the fallopian tube and meeting the egg. Typically, you need about 1 million sperm cells to actually go through this process, and maybe about 100 will meet the egg, and you'll begin the process of fertilization, right? If you don't have about 100 or so sperm cells to fertilize the egg, actually, usually the fertilization becomes very difficult. So the way our sperm guide works is that we reduce the flow back of the ejaculate right post intercourse, and therefore maximize the chances. And importantly, our design is such that it fits nicely around the cervical area, where the sperm cells have the maximum chance of coming into contact with the cervix.
Fantastic. Are you able to reuse the product? And if so, do you wash it? How does it work?
So you are able to reuse the product. You can reuse it up to 4 times. And actually, I'm not sure if you've seen the 2 Plus box, but we've got like, I don't know if can you see it?
Yes.
Show it to you. Right, there's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can like cross it out every time you use it. And we do in our instructions for use, we advise for you to boil it in order to sanitize it, but we don't recommend that you use it more than 4 times because, and I've actually got a sperm guide right here, because this flap is kind of thinner than the rest of it, so it tends to form ridges, and that's obviously going to affect the effectiveness of the sperm guide.
And people don't use soap, they just use boiling water to wash it, is that right?
To sanitize it, yeah.
Okay. And how do you insert it? How does it work?
So I have a vagina model here.
Okay.
Not sure if that's a word that we can say.
Well, it helps people understand, doesn't it?
Right, yeah. So I'm not sure if you can see it. It's like a transparent model, and it's rather stiff. So you can imagine that this is the entry, and we've got the sperm guide. So the sperm guide, and we've instructed this as well, it needs to be like squished. And then it's also a stiff model. So I'm sure you understand that most women don't have this kind of stiffness. And then it goes in, it goes in, the tail you can see is sticking out.
Got it.
So just show you that first. Yeah. So imagine that this is the male. And when they go in and they do their thing, and then when they pull out, you'll notice that the flap has come up here, right here. So that is what prevents the semen from leaking out. And that's the most important part, right? That's what prevents the backflow that Ben was mentioning earlier. And once you're done, you leave it in for an hour to ensure. So that kind of ensures that all the sperm getting all the chance to go, and it will. And when you're done, you just pull it out. It's a really soft silicone, so it will just pull out really easily.
Amazing. It's so good to see the diagram, because 2 other questions that came in from our readers were, number 1, does it hurt?
So we've done a lot of testing, like with couples, And the silicone, like I'm showing you here, it's really soft, it's really malleable. The feedback that we've gotten is that it doesn't hurt, it doesn't cause any discomfort, or very minimal discomfort. But obviously, you know, everyone's different, like all women's bodies are different. So I don't think it hurts, but yeah.
And can you feel it during intercourse?
You can feel it, again, varies for every couple. Most couples have reported being able to feel it, but it hasn't caused any discomfort.
Okay. What about if you push it in too far? Is that something that could happen?
We spent 2 years, actually more than 2 years, optimizing the design, making sure that it can fit the anatomy nicely. And by the way the female anatomy is, actually our device will not be able to go beyond what it can allow, and therefore the tail end will always be sticking out where you can easily remove it. So it's impossible to push it all the way in too far.
Brilliant. That's very reassuring to hear. Thank you so much.
And actually, we never had any person complain or said this happened. So we've over hundreds of couples using this already.
Can you use frozen sperm for at-home insemination?
That's a good question. And actually, you can only if the process of freezing the sperms is done correctly, right? Most of the time, the sperm freezing process will result in about 50%, done correctly, will result in 50% of the sperm cells dying, right? Even when done correctly. And then when you thaw it, some of them, again, they'll die. So it is not like you can freeze your sperm and put it in your own freezer. You actually need to get it professionally frozen for the frozen sperm samples to be viable, to be used with the sperm guide. So my advice is it's best to use fresh semen for the product. So generally not advisable to use frozen sperm unless you have it professionally frozen.
Great. How do you use the at-home applicator?
Okay, so I've got our trusty vagina model right here. Again, this is the opening. So I'm just gonna place it here, and this is what you get for the 2+ applicator. It's kind of like a rounded syringe, and you also get a little cup. I've taken the liberty of putting in some colored liquid to represent the semen. So you can take this away. Just like any syringe, you've got the semen, and then you pull the syringe up, and it fills as much as you can. And we've got an instructions for you. So I'm just going to take a little bit here, but obviously you can picture that will be semen. And then, very simple, just goes into the opening. I'm not going to eject it, but it just goes into the opening and it goes into the vagina.
And how do people know how far to push it in?
Ideally, when you put the applicator in, there will be a little stop. I'm not sure if you can see, it's right here. So when you feel that that's hit the wall, then you can go ahead and you can push the syringe in. I'm just gonna empty it out. Yep, until the plunger is complete.
Fantastic, thank you. So where is the product? Well, where are all of these products available?
They're available in Singapore, and they're also available in the UK. And we're also working, obviously, to make it available to somewhere near you if you're not in Singapore or the UK.
And right. Also the US.
US will be coming soon.
So currently it's available in the UK and Singapore, and soon to be coming back into the US.
That's right.
And what about the applicator? Same? No, the applicator is only available in Singapore. At the moment, we are working to try to get it to the UK and worldwide. And how much does this 2+ sperm guide cost? So a singular product costs £36, and it comes as the product comes in a box, and it comes with the 2+ sperm guide box. It also comes with a complimentary Conceive Plus fertility lubricant.
Oh, cool.
Right here. So Conceive Plus fertility lubricant, we recommend that you use, obviously, to make the experience as smooth as possible. We also sell a 3-pack, which is £86 at the moment, and that's obviously a bigger box that you're going to get here. And our readers can get 30% off by using code FHH30. So anyone who's trying to conceive naturally and would like to give it a go, I'd say why not? And the code is up here if you would like to.
Thank you both so much for talking more about it. And I can't wait to hear more about 2022 babies born thanks to the support of your products.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Eloise.